I've played clubs in New Orleans for like the last 7 years, and I've played everywhere in New Orleans. Every time I played there, we've made that joke. Oh yeah, we're playing the Superdome. And then when we just drove in to play it, it's like we're looking at it, we really are playing it.
Well, I hear also when you were in New Orleans, as sort of the antithesis of the Superdome, you went to a small club and just got on stage.
Yeah, we always do that.
You do?
Yeah.
Some kid came over, and there was a club next door, and he said, you want to jam with our band? And I'm like, yeah, great.
I don't love sitting around my hotel room doing nothing. If I was going to pick something to spend my time with that I like doing, it would be playing. So.
Do you miss playing smaller places?
No, because I do it all the time now.
Right.
I mean,
we have these great parties that Axel's kind of putting on other theme parties. We've had Indianapolis night where they brought in the 2 Formula One cars.
And bought like a big checkered rug and had a bunch of girls, you know, like that looked like, you know, when somebody wins a race, they have the girl that kisses the guy.
Is this the room where it would be?
No.
No, okay.
I think the theme party would be, where is it? Not there.
We had voodoo night, and we had a Roman like orgy type night, a toga party, and they had these big muscle guys bringing in a pig, roasted pig, at 4 in the morning, of course. You know, who wants to eat a roasted pig?
And the one in Disney where all that went around wearing mouth ears.
Basically what it is, you know, this store for us is like the ultimate thing, you know, and we're going to take advantage of it in every way. So it's like we want to...
These stadiums and stuff like that, every show has kind of a different personality. And, you know, when we played in Pittsburgh, for instance, the whole time we were on stage, it was just pissing down. And...
Raining?
Yeah,
Rain?
yeah, raining. And, you know, for like 2.5 hours, you're just out there in these, like, storms and stuff. And it really created, like, a great vibe.
New York shows went really good.
Why?
It just happened, I guess. And when we're on later in the night, you know, when it's all dark, you get to utilize your lights more. And I think we look better in the dark.
You mentioned Giant Stadium. The first night was a really good show.
Mm-hmm.
Was that because the fans were nuts? Was that because...
they weren't nuts.
You know,
There was just more energy coming off of them. And I think a lot of it to do is with Baz and Mike Monroe were standing on the side of the stage, and that made me really happy. And it was just like, you know, just go off. I was really happy that they were there.
Who's Baz?
Sebastian.
Sebastian.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Mike Monroe. And that just made me like just work harder. I really liked that. And the second night in Giant Stadium was, you know, I got hit with a couple things, a couple different times. Once when I was like thanking the crowd, and then I got hit later, and it was just kind of like, no, I'm not going to allow this.
Seems like Guns N' Roses have packed a whole career of controversy into just one tour. The Guns N' Roses Metallica shows have not gone off without a hitch. There have been riots, legal hassles, and technical problems.
You haven't noticed I ain't playing a guitar tonight. For obvious reasons.
Montreal was just really creepy. Nothing against the people in Montreal. We had a great time hanging out there. I think it was the building itself.
It was like the first show back after like 4 dates, so Axl had some problems with his throat and so on. So we're back again, Montreal. Everybody was very excited to be back and playing, and for the first hour and 10 minutes or whatever we played, I mean, it was great. It was really good for us. It was looking to be one of the best ones.
Basically, our pyro guy will come in and say, you know, if something's going to be changed. If not, he won't come in there and everything will be the same every night. He came in and said, okay, the fade to black stuff is going to be out on the wings, so don't go out there. I said, okay. But he didn't specify that it was in addition to what's already there. So I walked from the wings right onto where one of them was. And just...
The last couple seconds before the cue, I knew it was just eerie. I could just tell that he shouldn't be standing where he was standing. and then the flame from hell just comes, like moving down the stage, 8 feet tall, and just completely engulfs him.
We got a friend of ours, brought him out from a band called Metal Church. He's filling in for us. I want you to give Mr. John Marshall a hand over here. All right.
So how are you? What is the prognosis with your arm? Let's get that over with.
Sucks.
I mean,
It's burnt. Well, it was minor second degree, most of this on a little on the back of this one, but the back of the hand is where it was the worst. And right here is, okay, that's where my wristband was, so I'm right here. Should have had a longer wristband.
When I left the hotel and they said James was burnt, I knew so. I just felt it. It just felt wrong. So we hustled on as soon as we could. It was a couple hours people were waiting. So already they were like, you know. And when we got up there, they were just really dead, and people were sitting down. And
what happened then? I mean, you got out there and
We got out there,
you played anyway.
The PA fed back the entire time, the monitors fed back the entire time, the crowd was like non-existent. We had just stopped the tour because I had throat problems. Came back and I realized I'm going to hurt myself.
Right.
I told Slash 2 more songs. If we can't get it fixed, I got to go, you know? And then we did more than 2 more songs, and finally I was just kind of like, I don't know what to do, and I looked over, and Gilby was like, dude, I can't hear. I mean, it was driving me crazy. And Duff was like, I can't hear either.
Yeah,
and we had a little huddle, kind of, and was like, we're out of here. I've gotten to the point where I'm starting to realize how powerful an effect having the band come to town really is, you know? So, I mean, in all due respect to the people that got pissed off or disappointed by any of the situations that went down, we were just being as real as humanly possible about our own situation. At this point, we've been through so much, and I've gotten to the point where I just look at life and just go, you take the good with the bad and just deal with it instead of stressing, you know. I mean, obviously there's a lot of stress all the time anyway, but I try and control it as much as possible. So I'm pretty laid back and just like, okay, what's the problem? What's the solution for it? And try and deal with it on a logical level. And then you get to go out there and blow steam on stage for 2.5 hours.
Right.
I think there's a happy medium in there without having to kick anybody's ass or, or you know, start a riot.
yeah, I've been. You like traditional drummer crap.
Bang on things?
Yeah. I hit things for a living.
I guess
don't know.
playing must sort of be venting
Yeah, that's
too,
the
you know?
best release for me. That's why I started playing drums, you know.
Really? Because you were angry?
I was, yeah, at something.
You don't know what?
Yeah, I do. You know, just life in general, my life at the time.
Do you feel like you had a tough childhood?
Maybe, yeah. But, you know, it was my way of getting it out. You know, it was great. I'd come home from school every day and just thrash. And right after that, I'd feel really good and mellow. And just, you know.
Therapeutic.
Very therapeutic.
Do you do
I'd say for anybody out there that, like let's say people down in, like, East L.A. that want to go out and beat somebody up, they should just buy a drum kit or something, you know? Really. Beat on a drum. Don't beat on each other or something. I think that'd be a great motto for the world. You know, everybody buy a drum set. You know? And when you feel like you want to go, like, hit your kid or something, you know, just go in the room and just play a beat.
Is there a physical regimen that you go through before you go on stage? Do you do anything special?
If I notice that I'm getting run down, if I notice I have a show where I'm really tired, then I get back into a workout program. And I have like this special machine called a ROM that you can do a half-hour workout in 4 minutes. You know, it's like this thing some scientist built in UCLA. And I have that on the road, and I use that. We work with a chiropractor who, you know, little by little, you know, he helps keep all the muscles in tune and everything. You know, I'm on a vitamin program and stuff like that, basically just general health. But something I've never concentrated on, and this show, the way we perform, demands it.
What's keeping this together is the respect that we have for each other and the desire to just make this happen and kind of shove it down people's throats, you know what I mean? And proving to people that the tour, you know, I mean, they said it would never happen. And, I mean, it's a great thing to be out here and proving them wrong, despite all the difficulties that we run into, you know?